So I've got a new front 160mm disc to try. This is by Now 8, a company I'd never heard of before. Apparently it's designed and manufactured in Austria, which is a good sign, I hope. I had an excellent wood boiler that was made in Austria, so fingers crossed on that one. Ultralight, it's supposed to be 87 grams, so let's see what it really is. Huh, it is 87 grams. How about that? Which is excellent for a 160. It's just basically riveted to this aluminium kind of spider. So we'll see how it works. But the nice thing is that straight out the box, it's completely flat, which is something that the Galfers and the Hope that I bought were not. So, you know, just, it shouldn't be too hard to make it flat, but apparently some people have trouble. So it's nice that this one actually is. How long it stays flat and straight remains to be seen, but I will give it a go. Okay, here we are, Colden Claret, where there was a big storm last year which knocked down a lot of trees, which kind of helps when you're coming down because you can go a lot faster, you can see around the bends. The new disc is on. So far so good. It's the power is just as good as anything else I've used. I've used the Dura Ace, Hope, Galfer. They're all pretty much the same really. This one hasn't really had much time to bed in yet, but I mean it's plenty powerful, so that's fine. Doesn't squeal, doesn't make any funny noises or anything, so that's all good. I haven't really had a chance to give it a punishing descent yet. The descents I've been doing here are relatively easy. They don't ask for any really hard braking. I mean, it is hot though. We've got 34. We're up at 500 meters here. You see where I've come from, down there. It's 37 down in Palma, so pretty hot. So if we are going to get any heat problems from the disc, then I guess we're going to see them if I brake hard. But yeah, so far so good. It's nice and light, it works well, and as long as it doesn't warp, we're pretty much on to a winner. Right, so for the sake of YouTube, I've balanced my bike precariously on the edge of a cliff, just so you can get a good view of the disc brake and the port of Valdemossa down there, which is quite a cool little descent down to there. See the nice boat, you can go for a swim, it's a nice cafe. The descent is quite sketchy, it's narrow and tight hairpins. There's places where only one car can fit through. Guy I was with the other day almost had a crash, so be careful if you're doing this one. One thing I would say with this is that because it's so light, it has such a small amount of thermal mass, which means that it's going to heat up pretty quick, this amount of steel, compared to say the Hope or a Dura Ace. So that's one thing to watch out for, and therefore I'm using the Dura Ace pads, which are aluminium backed as opposed to steel. They're better thermal conductivity and a little bit more mass here, and the cooling fins help to keep them cool, obviously. So I think, you know, anything you can do to reduce heat build up with these is going to be a good idea. So these have gone back on. So yeah, we've got the natty little KCNC blue lock ring in there. Yeah, I think we'll just have to see how they cope with something like Cyclespeed or Col de Soyer, which has got a lot of faster, tighter bends, because so far it hasn't really had any massive hard use. But it's super hot. I am gonna go back and jump in the pool and cool off.